right, so welcome back to our corner at the Atlanta Boxing Podcast. I am Joshua El Venenoso Rodriguez alongside the champ.
Right, Christian Steele.
We got a special guest today, fresh off of victory, Bulletproof, Brandon Glanton. How you doing, boss?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm feeling amazing. How y'all doing?
We doing good. Probably not as good as you, though.
Hey, man. I'm trying to keep the fans happy, man. That's it.
Yes, indeed.
That's it.
Yes,
God woke me up this morning. That's all that matters. So
But that's one thing you definitely did was keep the fans happy with that last fight, man. That was I think it's already in contention for fight of the year, if I am mistaken. And we only
I keep hearing that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's not gonna make it though, because I'm gonna just do it again the next fight.
Yeah. You can have the #1 fight and the #2 fight of the year.
Yeah, right.
All good.
Like that KRS, excuse me. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Absolutely.
Huh. Yeah, that's doing big things.
So if I am mistaken, I think I read up that Apochi was the #1 WBA #1 contender at that point, right? When you knocked him off.
Yeah, on paper.
You know how that go, man. You know how that go. The business of boxing, right? The politics of boxing.
I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, I enjoyed it myself even more, man, because I know that. I know how the politics of boxing work, man. So I knew and understood how they were bringing you in for him to, beat you, but not really doing their homework on you. And
I don't know what they did.
At one point, I think that was the 6th round when you heard him. He was out on his feet cold. And I was like, he's done. And they just gave him a count. I'm like, he's supposed to be, the fight's supposed to be stopped at that point. This man unconscious.
It's over. Like,
if it was the other way around, they would have stopped there fighting you. But I was happy for you seeing that, man. Like, he went and did what he's supposed to do.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I was sitting on my hands at the end of the end of the fight when they went to the scorecard. I'm like, they better not rob this man.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, you know what? First of all, I don't even know how your man lasted all those rounds. I thought he was gonna fall like in 6 or 7. I mean, when they came to the scorecards, I was like, whoo! I was sweat off my forehead. I was like, man, I was just waiting for the worst, to be honest.
That's the only credit I give him to how tough he was. I was surprised myself that he took that. But then it's like, you know what? I know that I had a rough weight cut. I know that what the fans saw versus what I'm able to do is 2 different things. So I know, unbeknownst to y'all, I was flat after the 4th from that weight cut. So everything else was just brain power, just knowing how to do what I'm doing. So
right.
I say, hey, I don't have these things I normally have. That's fine. You still know how to fight.
Right.
And get the job done.
Absolutely. That was his heart pretty much after the 4th round.
It's not even heart. It's about heart and brain power. I know everything straight down the pipe is going to beat anything looping, especially a guy when he's not even turning his punches over. I don't have nothing to worry about.
Right, absolutely. I teach that to my fighters all the time, man. The fastest way from point A to B is a straight line.
It's a straight line.
Come down the middle.
I got a 79.5 inch reach. He got a 75.5 inch reach. I'm bigger than him. I'm stronger than him. I'm faster than him. All I gotta do is be smart.
Absolutely.
I could have beat him on my worst day.
Right.
So
what's that feeling like? I mean, when you caught him with the left, right? He already was in a daze. He was already like walking backwards. You caught him again with the right, and he looks like he's about to go through the ropes. Did you feel like it was over right about then?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was like, all right, it's about time.
Yeah.
It's about time because it's about to start raining, so I had to put the AirPods in. It's about time, like, all right.
Yeah, that's what.
But I learned something in that fight. Obviously, I didn't know before, but even when you get a man hurt, and it's in a fight where there's no getting saved by the bell, you're supposed to go to the neutral corner, even if the bell rings. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I had no idea. I've always had knockdowns where there was still time on the clock and then stopped it. but I never did it on the bell like that. And I saw him getting up. I was like, all right, round one. Round 7 is round 1. I went to my corner, but if you saw on TV, the ref turned around pointing.
Yeah.
He wasn't looking at Apochi. Had he been looking at Apochi, he'd have saw him wobbling. He'd have called it out.
Absolutely.
So, but because I was ignorant to the rules, I should have ran to the neutral corner. He would have peeked. Cool. But so instead, he peeking, looking, saying, "Hey, bro, whole time this man is wobbling."
Right. It kind of gave him a little bit of extra time in a sense.
Right.
It's similar to the Wilder and Fury knockdown. You know what I mean? The infamous Wilder and Fury knockdown. Everybody saying he gave him too much extra time. Wilder went and celebrated a little bit instead of going right to his neutral corner, which gave him the extra time and let him pop up like the Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? But that's
people gotta understand. You can't fuck celebrating. I got to fight to win.
Exactly.
I celebrate in Mexico.
Yeah, absolutely. That's mature of you to be able to recognize that, man, and acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, this was where I made the mistake at in this situation. But you know, you learn from it and you continue to move forward. Next time, you know where to go.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of Mexico, I saw that you had a fight in Mexico a couple times, like 2-3 fights ago, I think it was. And I saw another post on Instagram where you actually typed something in Spanish. Are you fluent in Spanish?
Poquito.
¿Sabes un poquito?
It's a little bit. Because only boxing. Only for boxing, because a lot of times that's why I speak, you know, to a lot of Hispanics, and I need to be able to have a conversation with you. You know, I don't want to. Plus, majority of my fan base is Hispanic.
Right.
So if I can't even speak the language, you know, hey.
Absolutely.
So, you know.
Eres el campeón para toda la gente latina.
Yeah. So I think you said the something about the Hispanic champion.
Yeah, I saying you're the champ for all the Hispanic people.
Absolutely. So they call me El Gallo Negro.
El Gallo Negro. Hey, that's the one I was saying the other day in the ring to people. I was like, yeah, they call him El Gallo Negro. They call me El Gallo Rojo.
That's funny. I mean, I love it, man. And people know I work with them. Like, people know, like, obviously my Spanish is not going to be like yours, but it's broken. It's like Spanglish. I do my best, you know, and I got a good aim. So even if it sounds kind of messed up, people can understand what I'm saying. So
yeah,
between that and hand gestures and knocking people out, they love it.
That's universal. Knockouts is universal language, man.
You see, I came out in the Aztec calendar.
Yep.
You're listening to the Atlanta Boxing Podcast.
So I guess I kind of like is a part of also being involved with the Garcia family. Like, how did you get involved with them, and what's it like, you know, being in around that camp and that family kind of embracing you a little bit? Because I see the pictures with like, the family and everybody.
Yeah, you know, Robert, even to today, you know, Robert is my favorite boxing coach. I think he's the best coach in the world, but just because you have the best coach in the world, if he's not giving you the time you require, it's not doing you any good. So, you know, Jason Jones puts 100% of himself into me, and the dude's a boxing genius. So,
absolutely.
You know, the only difference, I feel like the only difference between Robert and Jason is experience. But Jason is a very aggressive coach, and that's what people don't understand, that it's a reason why you got this high-powered offense, man. Jason is very aggressive. So, but as far as how, you know, I went searching one day, and I wanted to go over there, and I reached out to a guy named Ivan over there at RGBA. He's Robert's friend, and Robert said, hey, if you got a kid want to come out, I can't say no to that, especially if he's a good fighter. Come on. Went over there, loved it. Mikey got it, you know, he saw me and told me, you know, I should work my jab more. And I got some work with Brandon Rios and handled my business with that. And Robert was like, hey, I got a cruiserweight now. And it just took off.
That's what's up.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
to go back to what you're saying about Jason, man, I agree 150%, man. He's a very underrated coach, man. I've been around a lot of different coaches, you know what I'm saying? Great coaches at that. And Jason is definitely one of those hidden. Yeah, he's definitely a hidden gem, man. So, you know what I mean? Especially me being from up north, I come from a boxing culture, you know what I'm saying? So coming down south, I was like everybody else from up north. Like, yeah, they, you know, down south they're a little bit behind, but I seen how Jason was moving, and then, you know, I'm like, all right, Jason is legit, man. Then you can just look at his fighters, man. The proof is in the pudding. He got you, he got Money Powell, he got TJ Lawson. So, you know what I mean? His work speaks for it through y'all. For sure.
Yeah, definitely. And it just takes sometimes it's not about having the best fighter or the best coach, but that mix that they got together, oh my God. So killer, man. And one thing I tell you, you know, people you've seen for this, I am like savage. And ain't nobody that ain't never gonna change. And I'm coachable.
Absolutely.
So Jason, it just worked. We get almost in boxing, and I come to the corner. I'm like, yeah, I know. He ain't open his mouth. I already know what we're doing. I see it. And spot on. It clicks.
That's good. That's how you wanted to be, man. That's how you wanted to be. You don't want all the chaos in the corner. You want it to be smooth. You know what I mean? And the communication to be smooth. However y'all communicate, but y'all need to be able to relate to each other. That's where your success will come from.
Man, we literally like Jason have moments, man, where it's like, hey, fuck you, man. And the minute he's like, I kick your ass. Exactly. you want to, but as soon as that bell ring, all right, coach, done.
Exactly.
That him across, that's a dead man over there.
Exactly.
We good. So
we get back to
man.
that.
Yeah,
it's funny you say that because that's kind of how me and Steele are, right? Like, I mean, we joke around, we play in the gym all the time, and we always cutting up and insulting everybody and each other. But as soon as we get in the ring, and you know, he trains me a lot for my amateur fights, so as soon as I step in that ring, it's like, okay, all that talk is just done. Like I'm listening to what he got to say and paying attention, because obviously, as an amateur, why wouldn't I want to listen to a professional? You know, and we got the chemistry already.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. You know, you hire people to be your leadership. Why wouldn't you listen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't understand this. Like, I tell my coach all the time, like, look, wow, the Bluetooth disconnected.
We can still hear you.
Yeah. And I tell them all the time, like, all right, if I do everything you tell me to do, and I lose, it's on you. If I don't do everything you tell me to do and I lose, it's on me.
Wow, you speaking my language now, man. That's a very simple philosophy, but so many people don't understand that.
Yeah, it's like I did everything my coach told me to do. I trained. I didn't cheat nothing. I did what he said in the ring. Followed it up to a T, and then lost. It's on you.
Yeah, absolutely. So would you say I mean to cut you off, Josh? Would you say because I know you played a little football? Would you think does that factor in that you being so coachable that comes from your football background?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Because in football, it's different. Like, hey, you don't do it right. Hey, get your ass off my field, man.
Exactly.
Hey, take your sorry ass on, man.
And that's football in the South, right? I mean, obviously, a lot of people don't realize you might be in California, but football is religion in the South, especially here in Georgia.
Man, listen, people in football take it, like you said, just as serious as religion here. And the thing about it, we had a incident in school, man. This running back, DC, I never forget. He was tiptoeing through the hole. You know, I don't know how well y'all know football, but he was tiptoeing. And coach said, "No, I want you to explode through the hole. I want you to explode through the hole." He tiptoeing. Coach said, "Man, DC, come here. I want you to sit Indian style there in front of that trash can, because I want to sit the trash next to the trash." Oh my God.
Oh, damn.
You gotta remember, this is college ball, man. So
yeah,
you know,
It killed his ego, I'm sure.
Oh my God. Oh my
Tell,
God.
tell us a little bit more about your football background, man.
Hey man, I started playing when I was 6. Started from 10th to my senior year. Got red shirt my freshman year. Played it 2 years after that, and then I
College
walked
ball.
in the box. Huh?
College ball. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, where'd you play at?
Yeah. At Albany State.
Okay,
It was
right.
number 91, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's D line numbers. What position?
Yes. Yep. The N and O's, baby.
Okay.
The
So
N and O's.
you used to hit people. You've been hitting people before boxing.
Man, I always been explosive, man. Like my lateral movement wasn't always great, but explosive. I could always run. I always been a big dude who could move, so
Okay.
it's perfect. Um,
That's actually interesting. Like, I mean, you were a damn good football player. Why did you want to get into boxing then? I mean, where'd that transition come from?
yeah, man, I was D2 football player. Like D2. I'm 6 feet tall. I didn't have that. If you don't believe you can do something, then you probably can't do it.
Yeah.
It starts with you. So I knew I could play. I knew I was great. Whatever. But I knew I was in D2 all black school, majority black school. I knew.
The recruiting there probably wasn't the same as other schools.
Yeah, like I knew I could run. I knew I could, whatever. But I just didn't have. I didn't fit that cookie cutter mold. And my philosophy is like, if I can't do it at the highest levels, why do I don't waste my time doing it? With boxing, I just happened to go into the gym one day with my buddy. I saw those guys sparring and doing all that. I fell in love with it. And I called my coach and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not coming back. He lay laughing and you're gonna pull your scholarship and all that. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
He didn't
I had
believe
two,
you.
yeah, I had 2 years of school left. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's funny.
Whatever.
I had a similar story, man, getting into boxing. I was not in college playing football already, but I had a scholarship coming out of high school for football. But I played corner. But I was just like, I was boxing just to stay in shape in the summertime before you go to school and all that. And I was like, man, all these dudes is playing same position, me 6'3", 200.
Yeah.
I'm 5'7", 155. They got advantages
Yeah.
over me, man, already. So I was like, boxing, I can create my own advantage.
Right.
And I kind of just stuck with boxing, man.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to the league for football, but I can box at the highest level.
yeah, you gotta believe you could do it. And I always felt like that. So I knew since I just did not, even to this day, I just didn't feel for boxing.
Yeah.
I got one job, whoop your ass.
That's it.
All right.
And you ain't got to depend on 10 other people either.
Right. I ain't got to depend on because you know what? You blame that coach. No, it's on you. Hey, no, coach ain't making the right call. Shit. Coach,
Yeah.
you off today, dog. Let me I got it. I got it.
Exactly.
Sometimes we had those days, coach be like, no, you do what you do. Hey, it's working.
Yeah.
Let's go, champ.
Let's
That's
go.
it.
So I guess you got a late start then. If you started out and you was already in college, then was you 20, 19,
Man,
20?
I was 21, man. I started boxing yesterday.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I was 21, man. May 1st, 2013 was the first day I walked in a boxing gym at 327 pounds.
That's great. Jeez.
Yeah, I saw that Instagram post. I saw that Instagram post where you're in your football condition, and then you trained into your boxing conditioning, and it's like night and day, right? Like, I mean, obviously you have to train for the position and the sport you're in. I mean, that had to be just, I mean, mind blowing in itself to you.
Yeah, like I always knew it was a swole guy under there.
That's crazy.
I used to say I'm so strong because you gotta remember, man. I think in my high school I still hold the I'm sure these kids are much stronger now, but in my high school I still hold the highest weight lifter. I had a 705 squat, 365 power clean, a 415 bench.
That's crazy.
So
damn,
I was a strong kid, man, and I always knew, like, man, if I just could lose this fat suit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So now you people know, like, even when you get there bigger guys, Apochi, Jefferson, Jared Anderson or fucking Stavern or
Big Nick is 270, 260.
Yeah, like for me, I'm gonna punch in your teeth. I don't care how big you are.
Yeah.
What y'all gonna do? You gonna lean on me? You gonna try to keep me at the end of your jab? Or you gonna try to hurt me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So based on that though, with you, obviously you're your own man and you make your own decisions. Like you said, you called the coach and you said to yourself, you know what, I'm not coming back. I'm gonna get into boxing and I'm gonna dedicate myself to boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Was there somebody else that maybe you kind of talked to before making the decision, like within your family or some of your friends, or anybody in particular that kind of put you over the edge and said, you know what, I think I will go straight into boxing and do this 100%?
No, I mean, I got my buddy Corey Wilson who took me to the gym with him, but he had no idea that I was gonna throw away my scholarship. He probably wouldn't have took me. So, he and I were working at Kmart, and it was the off season. He had no idea that I was gonna. Cause he was like, "Man, come work out with me." I was like, "All right." So he was like, "No, you're right, man. Everybody tell me they're gonna come." So no, I'm gonna pull up. Pulled up. I seen blood and teeth, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm on that."
Yeah, he's like, "This one's
I'm on that." Yeah, I got my ass whooped. But after that, I was like, I'm coming back.
Yeah,
I was done.
And that was in Georgia. Where in Georgia was it in Atlanta or was it in Albany or where was that?
No, that was in Albany in South Georgia.
Okay.
Bro, we didn't even have a ring. We had 4 cones set up. Like it was so like we didn't have headgear. Like I got some of those pictures. Like literally, my first day sparring, because coach was like, "No, you got to wait 3 months. You got to learn." I was like, "Man, I'm a grown man. I'm bigger." He said, "Okay."
Yeah.
He literally said, "You don't have a mouthpiece? Go in there and roll some of that tissue up and put it." So that's what I did. I rolled some brown paper towels up. Let's get it, man. I got my ass whipped.
Yeah.
So
you realize that 327 ain't mean nothing in boxing.
It don't mean nothing. Nothing.
That's cool.
Nothing. That's why I'm like, the bigger the better. He's slower.
Yeah.
Probably, most likely. He's a bigger target.
Absolutely.
So,
you're listening to the Atlanta Boxing Podcast.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you the most important question of all, because you live in Cali right now, right?
No, I'm back in Atlanta.
So when you eating and you looking for that food that you really want, you want to be in Cali or you want to be in Atlanta, and where is that spot?
Cali, and they got this sushi spot out there.
Oh yeah,
man, it's out there in Redlands. It's next to the Jamba Juice spot. I don't even know the name of the place, but it's amazing. Oh my God! The only reason, and the only thing about it is they take their time, and they give you. So I like sushi, but they give you baked salmon on it, so it's wonderful.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say you miss home cooking more.
You gotta remember though. And then he coming back. He down at 200 now from 327. He ain't eating like that no more.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can eat, but the food now. I just got back from Tulum, man, and I know I'm not crazy. Like the food here in the States is dirty.
Yeah.
Like I was over there eating like a savage, and I came back lighter.
Yeah.
Like
I'm natural, more fresh over there. They ain't got all the preservatives and all the other processed stuff in it.
Yep.
Man, everything, like even from their clothes, is just like everything is how it's supposed to be. So
natural.
Yeah. So man, I just it's hard to get good food here, man. I had some tacos over there, man. It was like real tacos, man. I was like, wow. Wow. I'm the biggest, blackest thing over there. People give me to try stuff, and I'm like, hey, let's do it. Clean food. I get back here, I promise you. As a matter of fact, 2 nights ago, we cooked tacos. I was sluggish. I was tired.
Yeah.
The very same tacos over there, I did not get the itis, And it is like, man, here it's the food, man. It's something
Yeah.
America, I'm telling you, man.
It's interesting you say that because I mean I've lived in overseas. I've lived in Latin America. I've lived in Southeast Asia, and there was a lot of things that I came across that was just like that. How the food is just more organic and more fresh, and I just feel a whole lot better than that. Is that something that you're trying to do more with getting your Hispanic base? Maybe trying to fight some more, like in Tulum or Mexico or some of those places over there, or are you just kind of taking it as it comes?
Well, in 10 years of boxing, and I'm taking 2 vacations, and the first vacation was my birthday in February, and it was a weekend.
When in February?
Yeah, you.
23rd.
Oh man, the 15th.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah,
That's Pisces, right?
I'm Aquarius, right at the edge.
Right at the end.
Aquarius.
Okay.
But it's like over, I needed it. Like
Yeah.
the only time I've taken off from boxing in 10 years is basically when I had COVID. So my lady, she worked 16-hour shifts at the hospital. She's an ER nurse, and I don't come when I'm in camp. I don't come home. Maybe Saturday and Sunday I'll come just to, see them, and then even that, it's like I gotta go get right to work. I'm sleeping. I literally sleep in the gym. I don't. So when I come up for air, people are like, "Hey, where you been?" I've been training. And so, my camp was extra long because I didn't know when I was fighting. I had no idea that fight was coming. That's the first fight they actually let me get ready for. The other fights, I just happened to be ready. So, this fight I've been in camp since before October. So, it's like everybody, people telling me how great that fight was, and I'm like, they don't even realize I was broken down. I had a crazy bad weight cut. My body was locking up in camp. Oh, it was just so much going on, and I was exhausted. Overtraining is worse than not training at all. Absolutely. I was beyond overtrained. So
if you've been in camp since October, for sure.
Yeah, if they're happy with that, just imagine what I could do. Today was my first day really hitting it hard, just getting back. Man, rest does so much. I just went and ran my best time running my 7 miles. It's like 46, 50 something. I just did it in 46:03. Like, yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah. So rest is amazing.
The rest is important, is necessary. I mean, we got somebody here on this show with us today too, who's next to me. He just came out of retirement and he's about to take a vacation. He got the nerve to take a vacation right before, and he's going to, where are you going to?
I'm headed to Jamaica tomorrow, man. I'm headed to Jamaica tomorrow. I just, like I said, I retired in 2015, but I came back out of retirement 3 weeks ago. So and the bigger you are, it's easier to lose weight, of course, but I got a little out of shape too. I lost 40 pounds to get back in shape to fight again. So I know exactly what you're talking about. So I've been going hard since January, nonstop, no breaks, no cheating, no none of that stuff to get this weight off and get back in fight shape.
For sure,
definitely. I'm out to go to Jamaica though.
Hey, I want to go to Jamaica, but we can't go yet because we're trying to have this baby. So
yeah. Mine just hit the age where she can actually maneuver. So that's another reason I ain't been doing nothing. I got a youngin'. I mean, so
okay. She about to be. It's the Zika virus is still out and about in the Caribbean. So they said if we go, when we get back, there's no action for 3 months. That ain't happening. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So I was just like, we wait.
That's gonna be the first. That's gonna be the first Glanton baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got 3. I got 3. I got 3 bonus kids. Appreciate that. Yeah, they're my babies too, man. So we got what? We got a 16-year-old, 10-year-old, 7-year-old, and then we're gonna have a newborn. So
y'all know if it's a boy or girl yet?
No, we gotta do it. We gotta.
I got you.
Yeah, October. So
say no more.
So we can tell you building an empire right now. You trying to set them up? Is that kind of like also your focus as well with boxing and your future aspirations, trying to set something up for the family?
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, and let's just be honest, like I'm gonna fight longer because I'm in a bigger weight class. That's number one. Number two, that'll be extended because I'm a pretty defensive fighter. I mean, I got hit a little bit in this fight, but normally people in Coach Steele, I don't take damage like that.
No, you stay pretty tight on defense.
So I know I'm willing. What I'm saying is, with that said, with certain wars, I mean, it's coming. That was an easier fight, but the harder fights are coming with guys who can really punch. And, you know, for those fights, it takes training camps, tough training camps, and I make sure my sparring is harder than the fight. What I'm saying is, you know, God protects us, but, you know, if you get punched in the face for a living, something's going to happen. I'm willing to sacrifice myself earlier for my family to thrive when I'm gone. So that's something, you know, maybe people don't agree with it, but I've accepted it. If you decide, hell, boxing is not healthy. This is not.
Yeah,
it's addictive. It's like hitting a golf ball and driving a race car at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, you decide you're gonna wake up this morning and I'm gonna go fight.
Put your life on the line.
Well, that's just insane.
Yep.
You better be great at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it's the hurt game.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that I'm working very hard so that doesn't happen. But if it does, it's like, all right, my family is gonna be okay. My kids never got to do this crap. So
yeah,
you know,
definitely.
Yeah, like I hope my kids somewhere. If I have my choice, I'm gonna teach them how to fight, teach him or her how to fight, teach them about it. But I'm gonna do everything I can to keep them away from this game. Now, if they love it and they do it, then hey, you'll never stop them. But I hope my kids somewhere hitting a baseball. You know, like I hope my kids somewhere,
whatever.
Yeah, doing brain surgery or something, man. Like this right here. Nah.
No combat sports for your kids.
I can't tell them no, but right. I will say, hey, it's not smart.
Yeah, you can try to influence them. You can try to influence them otherwise, but you know. If they
right, it's like, and then because the question gonna be, well, you did it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, yeah, well, I'm that guy, but not saying you're not. But
yeah, we different. We built different.
I never knew. I gotta be honest. If you show me like a fast forwarded version of my life back before boxing, and me knowing what I know now, that the amateurs was more fun. Like when I talk about purely fun and prestige,
yeah.
I can't say I would have done this.
Yeah.
You know, I knew it was real when I started in the WSB. I said, oh, this shit here different. This is different. Like, our kids can't eat trophies.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
You know, back then it was fun. It was like, yeah, you know, I could talk. You know, now it's fun.
It's business now.
In the fight. Like, yeah, like even ego. As a man, I want to get this guy, when you say publicly, I want to get this guy a rematch just so I can knock him out. But I got the people who do the business around saying, you know, for what?
Yeah.
Why? Well, you don't have nothing to prove. It's not about proof. It's not about cojones. It's about business. And yeah, they're going to give me $100,000 for the fight? No. Well, all right then. Well, the fight don't need to happen. Yeah. I'm calling that night of the fight. He calling and people, I'm like, hey, man, I'll knock you out for $5,000, bro. Like, hey, what you want to do? Okay? Like, it ain't no problem. My coach like, no.
Don't do it.
Like,
don't do it.
You're listening to the Atlanta Boxing Podcast.
But you know what? That's when, like you said, you gotta think about your future, think about your kids, and you gotta be able to balance that ego and the business. You know what I'm saying? The sport and the business, the competitiveness and the business. If that shit don't balance out, then you gotta go with the best decision there.
For sure. So I'm like, man, you know what, man?
Yeah.
I'm a follow my even now.
You gotta put yourself back in the leash, man. You gotta put yourself
back. You have to put yourself in the leash. I will knock you out, man. I hope you see this video. Like, and you know,
anyone you want to give a shout out to right now, tell them you'll knock them out for 10, 20, 30 mil.
You almost got me. Come on, man. Hey, look, I'm literally taking on all challenges. I will say Ryan Rozicki in Canada stopped saying my name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told y'all before, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not for the clown show. I'm not for the ruin, the hurrah. Like I really hurt people.
That's
I
right.
really
You're not
I really try to end your more. I try to make sure you walk back to your kids different. So, you know, it's a reason why that guy got hit on the bell. I was trying to finish him. Like I don't care nothing about running. I don't care nothing about your children. I don't care I'm gonna pray for you before the fight and I'm gonna pray for you after the fight. But between the bell, I can't do nothing for you. And I tell everybody, I'm the nicest guy in the world. But when that bell rings,
Yep.
Yeah.
whether it be in a fight or in sparring, because a lot of times coach got to pull the leash in sparring. Like I'm a dog. If you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. If you don't hit me, I'm gonna hit you harder. Like it's just like that because if you listen, if you fight on TV, my coach said, "Remember what you fighting for," and it's like, yeah,
right, exactly.
So
that's the fuel.
And I'm sure that's what a lot of people will say. That's what I'm supposed to say. But the thing is, I know that I'm really attempting to hurt people. Like I don't care about what I need judges for.
Yeah.
I don't need no judges. Like, all right, this one he got lucky. You know, judges, go ahead. Like,
yeah,
it's like he hit me low, I hit him back. Yeah. It's no problem. I'm gonna hit you back. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
At first, I walked off to take my little, but I'm like, oh, you know, fuck, I don't need a break. I'm gonna hit you back. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I know that like I said, I'm gonna pray for you before and after the fight. In between time, I'm doing my best. Like I told him in the interview, I'm doing my best to make sure you never walk again. If that's the rest of that, that's your problem. I had nothing to do with that. I'm making it out of here.
It's a good thing. That's the mentality you gotta have going into the ring, honestly, as a fighter, man. And a lot of these younger fighters don't understand that because everybody want to be nice and be friendly and stuff like that. You going in there with another man, you putting your life on the line. So you can't be in friendly mode when you want your life on the line. You going in there, if it's a possibility, no matter, it might be slim or big, but it's a possibility that somebody don't come back out this ring. You gotta make sure it's you that's coming back out.
Look at Patrick Day. Look at the guy, look at the guy.
Mago, the heavyweight dude that fought Perez. Mago.
Look at right, the guy who Sugar Ray killed, Kovalev.
Yeah.
You know, these guys, man, jumping like flies, bro. You ain't getting me like that, dog. Like, no, I'd rather you get me in the street. You ain't not getting me in here. For all these people, no.
Exactly.
I gotta do it to you. You know, Artur Beterbiev taught me that inspiring. And like I was literally, he was hitting me. And I'm like, damn, this guy can punch.
Yeah.
So it's like, it had to be like a minute left in the round. I'm like, yo, fuck, I need a break. I started to take a knee. He hit me on the way down. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like,
no. Wake up call, right?
Yeah, protect yourself at all times.
All times.
And he didn't catch me while I was down. He hit me on the way. I'm going to take a knee. He hit me. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you mother. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, but when we talk, he's like, no. Yeah, he told me, man, like you keep fighters bend over and you give him the back of your head. I'm gonna scrape it.
Absolutely.
You put your head there. So, man,
it's simple, man. I understand fully what you're saying. It's simple though. Like I said, I tell my fighters the same thing, man. Look,
yeah, what you want me to do?
You got one job to do in there. You got one job to do, and that's to hurt them. That's the referee and his coaches and his own job to protect you.
Yeah, that's between them. That's between but me and you.
Hey, that was a reminder.
I've lost a fight and I've lost.
That's a reminder that you can play football, but you can't play boxing.
Yeah, it's not a game, bro. Like this is not fun anymore, bro. Like it's not fun until my hand is up. Like this is serious. That's why I don't know if y'all saw the face off and all that. And he, you know, I tell me I'm gonna beat your ass, boy. Like just know.
Yep.
You know, the whole time for him, he was.
You're listening to the Atlanta Boxing Podcast.
wrap it up on you anyway, bro. Because I mean, we keeping you out there. We know you trying to get your business going and everything. We just kind of wanted to touch real quick on just your relationship with signing with Split T, and then how and Dave McWaters, how that experience has been, maybe for some of the amateurs that are out there and the new fans. Oh damn, yeah.
Yeah, but no, man. Listen, Split T. I would say first and foremost, respect to those guys. Hope you see the video because I'm a man before I'm anything else. I say what I mean what I say. I thought, in the amateurs when Dave approached me, like I told him then, I told him before I signed with him, I was ignorant. I didn't know. Like I said, for me, I was just having fun, man. Like I never thought about any money. I thought about beating somebody up. He gave me an offer. I declined it for my own reasons, but the reasons that the public is because I didn't know what I was signing. I didn't understand that stuff. I knew how to read, I was educated, but I really didn't know what I was getting into. So I declined it. And for some other things he told me, Michael Grant told me, you got to kind of give people a chance because sometimes God uses people the way. So when it came back around years later with Jason, I asked him because money was signed to him. I said, hey, what do you think about this? He said, I think it's a good thing for you. I said, okay, let's do it.
Right.
I signed with Split T against my better judgment, and nothing happened. Everything was COVID's fault. Everything was this. Everything was that. I didn't want to hear that shit.
Right.
I ended up getting out of the contract because, Mikey was basically like the way Mikey's always worked is, you do what you want to do. I'm like, you're not on papers with me. I don't want nothing from you. I'm trying to help you. You either listen or you don't.
Right.
I went and I signed Dave. Told Mikey, this is not good for me.
Yeah.
Got me out, and everything has been fine ever since. Mikey has never lied to me. Mikey has never taken advantage of me. Mikey's never taken anything from me. Mikey's been a help to me. And Dave and Split T did not do the best they could with me. And personally, I don't think they're doing the best they can with a lot of people who will remain unnamed, but they got to see that for themselves. I'm the type of guy that it's like they say, if you're going to leave a girl, you better get with a better one. Yeah. If I leave, I'm only going to get better. Yeah. So I left. He told me, I don't think you're going to do it. Hey, well, best of luck to you. Click.
Yeah, cold.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Right.
Thank you. Doing much better. So, and like I said, it's no disrespect because I do fight in a weight class that a lot of people here in the States don't really know. So I think I just brought a lot of attention to it. Absolutely. COVID was going on. There was an act of God that nobody could have seen coming. So many things. So I can't just say alone, oh, he sucked. I can't speak on him that way, but I can say, as a man and as a pretty and intelligent individual, I'm no better than the next man, but I am pretty intelligent. I didn't just pull a master's degree out of my ass. I know how to think. Absolutely. I know how to process information. And I don't feel like I was being told the absolute truth or that the best was being done for me. So I did what was best for me and moved on from Split T, and I wished them the best. And the reason it was a mix between my coach and you got the unified champion of the world here. Like,
exactly.
You're doing something right. So obviously they know what they're doing. It just didn't work out for me. But against that, just like what I said, with you got the best coach in the world, if he ain't giving you the time, it doesn't work.
Right. Well, it's good. It's good that Mikey can see that in you first and foremost. So I'm pretty sure you want to give a big shout out to Mikey Garcia on that, and And
yeah, Mikey, that's my boy.
Well,
Hey, listen,
essentially,
great dude.
Because essentially, at the end of the day, we want to make sure that everything is positive. Everybody goes through turmoil and turbulence and all kinds of different obstacles. But still, he's our guy that could probably attest to that more than anybody. But I'm glad to hear that things are on the up and up, and we see the work you're putting in, and obviously the results are there live on TV and pay-per-view, and you got a huge audience out there, and that's the main reason we wanted to talk to you, because we are Atlanta Boxing Podcast, and we want to give that light to boxers from this area that really are making it, and you're one of them, right? So now you've changed the game in a sense, right? And that's something really impressive to us. So we're really thankful for the fact that you could just make some time to be here with us today on that.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Like I tell people all the time, these fighters, man, we are crazy people. And these guys, they get their heads all big and it's, I did this myself. And nobody, man, shut up. You got a team around you. You got fans. If it's not for the fans and people like yourself who bring you on and talk to you and give you a chance to have your 15 seconds of fame, like, you wouldn't be nothing. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you can fight. They care about how many tickets you can sell. Yep. And you need to be grateful that people want to watch you. You need to be grateful that that guy is trying to decide between watching your fight or feeding his family. So I'm grateful, man. Like, for all the people, like, I'm the nicest guy in the world till the bell rings. So for all those watching, I appreciate it. Atlanta Boxing Podcast, I appreciate y'all having me, man, and working with me. And man, hey, I'm gonna continue to bring good things and hopefully spread positivity and good vibes. So just keep watching.
Any closing thoughts from you still before we sign off today for the champ over here on Bulletproof?
Oh man, I think Brandon said it best, man. You know what I mean? Just keep watching him, and he understands the game and he understands why he's where he's at in the position he's in, man. I wish him all the best. And we'll be talking to you again soon, man, real soon.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. I see y'all real soon. Check me out at Team Bulletproof on all social networks. millions.co/bulletproof. You can call me. I got my merch. I got everything you need. So
we got something for you. We got to trade some merch.
Hey, listen, I'm with it. Hey, you in Sandy Springs? I'm coming to you.
You're always welcome.
Already, man. Hey. Y'all got matter of fact, I'm gonna inbox you my number, man. Y'all hit me anytime, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that, brother. We really do. We appreciate you for taking this time, and we hope you the best of luck in your career. We're going to continue to follow you and watch you, and hopefully we get to see you here in Atlanta and actually do a fight here again, because I know it's been a minute for you. But this has been the Atlanta Boxing Podcast with your host Joshua El Venenoso Rodriguez, on behalf of
Christian Steele,
and of course the champ, the one and only
Bulletproof, Team Bulletproof, Bulletproof. If you want to call me that guy, hey, that's it, baby.
Good thanks, brother. Good thanks.